Bringing you the very latest from here at home and across the world, this is your primetime news at 9. A very good evening, I'm Mahina Bongzo.
Hello and welcome, I'm Nadim Majid. Let's start off with a quick look at tonight's headlines. UNP MPs raise a point of order on the instructions given to their security personnel not to carry their firearms tomorrow. Senior UNP MPs request a cut down on the proposed extension of the leadership tenure. Supreme Court decides to take up writ applications stating that the Parliamentary Select Committee examining the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice has no judicial power. Also, another 4 skeletal remains discovered from the Mathare General Hospital premises. In international news, former Indian Prime Minister Inder Kumar Gujral passes away.
The skeletal remains of another 4 individuals have been unearthed from the mass grave that was discovered at the Mathare General Hospital premises. According to the police, so far skeletal remains of 10 persons have been discovered.
The skeletal remains were discovered when the premises of the Mathare General Hospital was being cleared with the use of a backhoe. Further investigations into the discovery began today. The parts of human skulls and other remains were subjected to a magisterial inquest yesterday. The police suspect that the remains date back over 40 years. Due to the many views being expressed about the mass grave, a news first team was dispatched to Mathare today. News first arrived here in Mathare to find out details about the mass grave at the Mathare General Hospital premises. However, entrance to the premises has been restricted today. A senior police official in the area said that extensive investigations are underway to determine the identity of the persons whose remains were found. A special police team has been deployed for this purpose and the police have begun to question several former employees of the Mathare General Hospital.
Moving on to our developing story tonight, the Supreme Court decided today to take up the writ application stating that the Parliamentary Select Committee examining the impeachment motion brought against the Chief Justice has no judicial power on the 13th and 14th of December. The decision was made when the 7 writ applications that were referred to the Supreme Court by the Court of Appeal for a constitutional interpretation were taken up today. The bench ordered the court registrar to issue notice on the Speaker and the 11 members of the Parliamentary Select Committee appointed to examine the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice in this regard. The petitions were taken up before a bench comprising of Justices Nimal Gamini Amaratunga, Kesri Pavan and Priyasad Depp. The writ applications filed in the Court of Appeal state that the Parliamentary Select Committee appointed to examine the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice has no judicial power. The Court of Appeal decreed that an interpretation of the Constitution was required and the petitions were referred to the Supreme Court. When these petitions were taken up today in the Supreme Court, the bench noted that the Speaker and the members of the Select Committee can present written submissions. The respondents were not present in court. No one appeared on behalf of the respondents either. Only the Attorney General was present. Therefore, the Attorney General was given time to present his submissions and the case will be taken up on the 13th and 14th in accordance with the constitutional provisions. The Supreme Court ordered the registrar to once again inform the respondents that the case will be taken up on that day.
Tomorrow will prove to be a decisive day for the UNP faithful and the people of this country. This is because a landmark decision is expected to be taken at the United National Party convention tomorrow regarding the leadership of the single largest political party in the country. On the 21st of July 2010, News First reported on the views expressed by opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe in Parliament on the 23rd of April 1992 when he was the leader of the House. We are reminiscing upon these words now because Wickremesinghe quite aptly outlined the steps that the SLFP, which at that time had lost an election under Srimava Bandaranaike, should take in order to be victorious.
You are talking of the Westminster system. The first thing is that when a leader loses the election, that leader should step down and a new leader should take over. Without doing that, do not go and blame this on black cats, white cats and other cats, tigers and the JVP. Firstly, your leader has not resigned. In this period, look at the Labour Party. Mr. Callaghan resigned. Mr. Michael Foot resigned. Mr. Neil Kinnock resigned. What has happened to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party? That is the first. You must face that situation. Have a new leadership.
On various occasions, we have reported on the views expressed by Buddhist monks, parliamentarians, former parliamentarians, experts and local government representatives of the UNP on the continuous election defeats suffered by the UNP under the leadership of Ranil Wickremesinghe. A common view held by all these people is that the leadership which led the party and the party faithful to such defeats should either resign or be removed. They also stated that in order to maintain the current party leader, the government had increased the opposition leader's expenditure heads to 86 million rupees. They also point out that the government is incurring massive costs on a monthly basis for the maintenance of the opposition leader's office. These people question as to who owns the residence on De Fonseca Road in Colombo, where the opposition leader's office is currently located. They further question as to how much money is obtained from the government monthly to pay the rent for this house. We decided to take another look at the views expressed by Ranil Wickremesinghe on the 23rd of April 1992 on the steps that should be taken for an election victory. Quote, "How can you win the election? You are talking of the Westminster system. The first thing is that when a leader loses the election, that leader should step down and a new leader should take over. Without doing that, do not go and blame this on black cats, white cats and other cats, tigers and the JVP. Firstly, your leader has not resigned. In this period, look at the Labour Party. Mr. Callaghan resigned. Mr. Michael Foot resigned. Mr. Neil Kinnock resigned. What has happened to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party? That is the first. You must face that situation. Have a new leadership, have a new set of policies. Then if you are beaten, you can go into the matter. We cannot wish for a better opposition than the opposition that is there now. This is the best we can have. We like you. We want you to stay in this place. You cannot face up to the fact that the people do not want you and that you have been thrown into the dustbin. So you all are trying to find excuses, thinking that by repeating this, the people are going to believe you. I will tell you that at the next election you will lose, the election after the next you will lose, and the election after that. So the best thing is to go and contest the next elections and then try and win it. Settle your own internal disputes. That is the advice that I can give you." End quote. Tomorrow, a most suitable opportunity will dawn for Wickremesinghe to put these words into action. If he is unable to do so, then the party members will also have an opportunity to put these words into action. Will justice be the victor tomorrow?
The UNP representatives said that party members should vote according to their conscience at tomorrow's party convention. At a time when the democracy that was won for us in the past is being endangered, I would like to make a heartfelt request from the party faithful and members who will participate in the convention tomorrow. Please think about the party. Are we to continue facing defeat or do we rapidly rise to victory? I request that you consider all these factors with your conscience when you make your decision. I have gotten to know that several grassroots level members of our party have not received the invitation or permission to attend the convention. I say to all local council representatives and provincial council representatives, you have a right to attend this convention. Therefore, as soon as possible, you must contact the party headquarters, obtain the permission and attend the decisive convention tomorrow. I must clearly state one thing. We will face even a T-56 bullet and take decisions on behalf of the democracy of the party and the country and take decisions tomorrow while remaining true to our conscience.
අපේ මන්ත්‍රී කණ්ඩායමත් ඒ තීන්දුව වලට එළඹෙනවා.
එහිදී බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා තමන්ගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියට එකගව.
We hope that tomorrow decisions will be taken according to one's conscience for the victory of the party and not for anything else, and to ensure that the party is not used for any one person's benefit or as a business. I wish all party faithful the very best and ask them to give us the strength through their decisions to bring about a golden era of the UNP.
මම සුබපතනවා එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයට.
මේ සම්මේලනයේ ඊටාම
This is a historic convention. In 2010, we passed the new constitution revoking the concept of lifetime leadership. Through this convention, it appears that the annual selection of the leader through the new constitution will be terminated in favor of a 6-year term. We can see that we are journeying back towards the 1995 convention. What we need is to protect the party and the party faithful rather than individuals. I would like to make a sincere request of all of us to think wisely of the proposed 6-year term and to be true to your conscience.
අපි සියලු දෙනාගෙන්ම මේ අවස්ථාවේ ඉල්ලන්න කැමතියි.
ඩී.බී. ජයතුංග මැතිතුමා පෙරදුනා.
When D.B. Wijayatunga lost in 1994, he resigned. J.R. Jayawardena handed over the reins to Premadasa and left. I'm of the view that the party cannot be made victorious through this amendment to the leadership. The UNP has governed this country the majority of the time while having a leader who democratically obtained the most votes. What we can see here is not a need for changing the constitution, but a need to change people. The chairpersons of rural development committees and funeral committees are selected annually. Therefore, I ask that the same opportunity be given here as well to make an annual selection.
කරන්න මේක අවස්ථාව දෙන්න.
හෙට දවසේ අපිට පාක්ෂිකයන්ගේ
Tomorrow we will have great trust in the pulse and heartbeat of the party faithful. We believe that through this trust, a decision where the party can be rebuilt, where the party can be made victorious and a UNP government can be established will be taken tomorrow.
we හෙට දවසේ පාක්ෂිකව ගනී කියලා අපි විශ්වාස කරන්නේ.
අද සිරිකොත
Today, when passing by Sirikota, it resembled an army camp with barriers and barbed wire. The government has made all arrangements for 1,500 policemen to be deployed there tomorrow. I have one request to make of Ranil Wickremesinghe in this instance. There is no point in halting the convention now. Go and hold it in Temple Trees. This is because the government has provided more security and attention for this convention than there is for Temple Trees.
ආණ්ඩුව විසින් පෝෂණය කරලා තියෙනවා.
අපි ඉල්ලන්නේ මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා. නමුත් තමුන්නාන්සලාගේ හෘද සාක්ෂියට එකගව.
We are not asking for what should be done, but tomorrow will be a decisive day to create a victorious party according to your conscience. Right now, complete control of this convention has fallen into the hands of the government. They said this in Parliament. They have removed our security personnel tomorrow as well. They are trying to forcibly hold this convention and do everything according to their whims with the protection of the government. Our supporters who will be attending the convention tomorrow should think as to why this is being done. I believe an intelligent decision will be made.
කරලා හෙට එනකොට බුද්ධිමත්ත ඒ අවශ්‍ය තීන්දුව తీරන ගනී කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Road renovation work opposite Sirikota. The road opposite Sirikota. MP's security personnel told not to bring their firearms to the party convention tomorrow. Is this in preparation for tomorrow's party convention?